happened to my live, but this has been happening a lot. But I was told that people will keep reporting your channel until your live shuts down. I'm not going to quit, MAGA. I will not quit. I will still come on here and do my commentary. No matter how much you report my channel, I'm going to keep going. So we're going to continue discussing Donald Trump and what he's doing to America to hurt the American people. His regime is very painful, but we can endure what God put on us. God is not going to put more on us than we can bear. So we're going to continue, y'all. Yes, something happened with my live. And as I was told, when people continue to report your live, it will cause it to shut down. I'm not going to stop no matter how much y'all report my lives. I'm not doing anything wrong. That's why my videos are still up. I guess y'all mass reporting them at this point, but I'm going to keep going. I love y'all. Let's keep going. Let me take a sip of water. We're going to keep going. MAGA is reporting my lives. They keep doing it. That's what I was advised, that when somebody is a bunch of them at one time, they keep reporting your lives, it'll cause them to shut down. The devil is a liar. Okay, we back.
This deranged madman needs to be removed from office as soon as possible. Take a look what this nutcase just posted on Truth Social. He wrote, Chicago mayor should be in jail for failing to protect ICE officers. Governor Pritzker also. I mean, it goes without saying that this is insane. And I wonder, is the media by and large going to even cover this, or are they just going to continue to treat this like this is just normal behavior? Like, this is just another president. Yeah, people might disagree with him, but he's just a normal president. How long are they going to continue to sane wash this psychopath? This deranged madman needs to be removed from office as soon as
I agree.
possible.
He needs to be impeached. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Hello, Queen, sweet lady, let's eat. Hit that like button for me, please. Again, everything I show is fair use. Great for entertainment purposes, great for research purposes, and great for educational purposes. We're doing research, and it is also educational. Watch your snap.
Saturday, for the first time in American history, a vicious, heartless president is cutting off food stamps to hungry children, elderly who can't afford enough food to feed themselves, veterans who are down on their luck, all because he wants to use them as hostages so that Democrats will stop fighting for people's health care. We can do both, provide better health care and provide SNAP benefits to the tens of millions who need it. This president is a fucking liar. He says there's no money to provide food stamps because of the shutdown. That's bullshit. His own agriculture department said there's plenty of money. Every president during shutdowns has provided the money that's needed, even Trump in his first term. He is bludgeoning the American people using the most innocent victims to try and go along with his cruel shutdown, which takes away health care from millions of Americans. He is the most vindictive politician America has ever seen, and the most heartless man America has ever seen in the presidency. We're fighting him every step of the way. On Saturday,
Donald Trump is worse than Nixon. And Nixon wasn't good. Reagan wasn't good. Thank you so much for blessing me, Queen. Reagan wasn't good to the black folks. Put crack in the black neighborhoods. But then you arrest them and lock them up. It's a method to the madness. So let's take a listen again to his agricultural department, the agricultural department. I showed you that on the live we just got off of. Thank you, King Allen. Thank you for blessing me. Hold on, we're going to take a listen to her again. Trump's agricultural secretary, because Chuck Schumer just mentioned it. Trump's agricultural secretary, what she said, my message to America is we have failed you. Take a listen and watch Mike Johnson's face. He's mad because she said it.
To America is first the fact that your government is failing you right now. That poverty is not red or blue. It is not a Republican or Democrat issue. Doesn't matter who you voted for or even if you voted. That if you are in a position where you can't feed your family and you're relying on that $187 a month for an average family in the SNAP program, that we have failed you. My message to America
Chuck Schumer just mentioned that about Donald Trump's agricultural secretary. God is beautiful. Everything is in alignment. Just think about it. In life, trials and tribulations come. They seem like everything around you is failing, but God is aligning everything in our favor. We got to stand strong and believe and pray and keep going. But we do have to put in work. Yes, prayer, it works. Trust me. But we have to put in work. Again, those of you that need a ride to go to food banks, down 212, vote, whatever, because November the 4th is the actual voting day, and early voting was, it just ended today. Get out there and vote November the 4th and vote for Prop 50. Please vote yes. Please. One moment, beautiful kings and queens. One moment. We ain't letting Satan steal our joy. We're going to keep going. Just a moment. Trying to figure out where I stopped. So the former governor, this is being said, I don't know, so I'm going to say alleged. The former governor, Cuomo's name appeared in a contact list linked to Jeffrey Epstein, according to several media reports. This so-called black book included thousands of names from the politics, entertainment, business, etc. So I'm going to show you what they're talking about, and it has his name, the one that's running for mayor now. Because Eric isn't running for mayor, and we have, what's his name? The Muslim guy, he's going to win. I already speaking into existence. But anyway, Cuomo's name is, if you can see it, I don't know if y'all can, it's in the little black book for Jeffrey Epstein. That's some new news that came up. Hold on, beautiful kings and queens. Take a listen to her. I love this woman, Representative Stansberry. She's going to state some truth. Take a listen, please.
Mr. President, Leader Thune, Speaker Johnson, if you are watching this, American lives are not a political game. 42 million Americans, half of them children, will not be able to put food on the table on Saturday in 3 days if you do not release the funds that have already been appropriated to fund the SNAP program. 42 million Americans. And this is a choice that you are making to starve American children, elders, seniors, veterans, people with disabilities, because you think that this is a political game and we are not here to play. So feed our children. Now I want to address this situation. There is money sitting in a contingency fund, billions of dollars that Congress has already appropriated to ensure that this did not happen to our country. That money is there. That is why 24 attorney generals for the states here in the US are suing right now to make sure that that money gets released, because they are choosing to not release it. Because apparently the White House seems to care more about building ballrooms, bailing out billionaires, billions for Argentina, blowing things up, than they care about feeding our kids, our federal workers, families on the brink, fixing healthcare, and firming up our national security, because literally everything that they are doing right now points to that. And like my colleague, Representative Brown, this is personal. It's not just personal for me because a quarter of New Mexico families receive food assistance as part of how they put food on the table, but because I literally would not be standing here as your congresswoman had it not been for investments in human potential like the food assistance program. Because like many New Mexicans, like many millions and millions of families out there, had we not had that safety net at times when my family struggled, I would not have made it. So I am standing here today as a proud congresswoman because I was able to get by when I needed help. So shame on you, President. Shame on you, Johnson. Shame on you, Mr. Thune. You are choosing to take food off of the table of American families and our children. And it's immoral, Mr. President.
It's definitely immoral. She used the correct word, y'all. It's immoral. It is. I'm going to find this message that someone sent me. Give me just a moment. It really meant a lot to me. Lillian, hey, how you doing, Queen? Lillian Reynolds says, prophecy being fulfilled. Come on, sister. You are letting nobody stop you. The truth hurts. That's why they mad. Team Lily right here. And I'm Team all y'all. I love you, Queen Lillian. Girl, I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you. Thank you for that. Thank you. That touched me. That's why I had to search for your message. It really means a lot to me. Yes, MAGA is targeting my lives. They're reporting my lives. That's okay. I'll keep coming back because I thought I told you that we won't stop. We ain't stopping over here. Not on my watch, not in my council. We are all beautiful kings and queens. We are God's children. Remember that. One moment, please. Just a moment. So we're going to dabble over in a little the JD Vance news, y'all, because there's a lot going on with JD Vance, and I'm believing everything I'm hearing. So we're going to take a listen to this, then we're going to get into what's going on with JD Vance and the blonde hair woman. Yeah.
What? I don't feel a lick of sympathy for her. I couldn't give two shits. Whatever the Indian version of a coon is, a Sambo, she is that. And more. Knowingly being married to a full-out white supremacist. The things he has said and done over years, and she's stuck by that man. She face eating leopards coming home to roost. Like, I give a damn. And then he's going to say in a podcast that Americans don't want to live next to people who speak another language. Her parents speak another language. She speaks another language. I don't feel a single goddamn drop of sympathy for this Sambo. You know what? I don't feel.
I got more for you, baby, because JD Vance, the way Charlie Kirk's widow wife was holding his head, and he had his hand on her waist, like they finna do a slow romantic dance. Something ain't right. I see the tea leaves, baby. Hit that like button for me, please, everybody. This is a JD Vance segment. Then we're going to get up out of here. Charlie Kirk's wife is sicker than we thought. Well, we may skip all that. We're going to get to the other stuff. We're going to get to the other goods on this because I got to get up out of here. I was going to watch that. That's too long of a video on YouTube. Excuse me. Take a listen to this and pay attention.
Very, very dear friend. His wife. They are incredible. And I see no one will ever replace my husband. No one will ever replace my husband. No one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD, and Vice President JD Vance. I do. And that's why I'm so blessed to be able to introduce him tonight, because he understands the fight that we're up against, and he can articulate that in a way that transcends race, that transcends demographic backgrounds. He's an amazing man. So please help me welcome to the stage Vice President JD Vance.
I am honored to introduce a friend of mine, somebody.
Now, wait a minute. I got more for you. Don't go nowhere, baby, because I take care of you over here, baby. So pay attention to these photos. This is Charlie Kirk's ex-wife and JD Vance. Look at the photos very carefully. That is not a friendly gesture of a hug, y'all. That's something that had romance written all over it. That's a photo for the cover of a romance novel. All right, all right, all right. These two are knocking boots. Somebody rocking, knocking the boots. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on, Jeffro. Let me see. Okay, it says, I'm going to show you, then I'm going to read it. And this is from Major League. Hold on. Okay, this is what it says. Prediction: JD Vance is caught having an affair with Erica King. He gets divorced and remarried in time to run for president in 2008. You heard it here first. This is what's being said. Ursula, his wife, she doesn't have the same religion that I think it's Judaism, if I'm not mistaken. She is not a Christian. And what fits the MAGA plan is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman who is a Christian. JD Vance and his wife, they've been having problems. And they just may be on the verge of divorce. And I believe it. I believe there's something going on with Charlie Kirk's widow wife and JD Vance. Because you're not going to tell me the way they hugged up that it's not romantic. Because it sure is not a brother and sister kind of hug. Of my loving brotherly neighbor in Christ. No, you're not going to convince me of that. Take a look at this picture. No. Hold on. Just a moment. Just a moment. And we're going to get up out of here soon, okay? Thank you for coming to my live. I love you guys.
Okay. All right. I do not know what is going on because earlier today, we posted a video that alleged that there is some trouble between JD Vance and Usha Vance and their marriage. And we've talked about this a few times. There's been things that have bubbled up that have made us go, that's interesting. That's weird. Why would they say that? Well, there's now rumors that what's going to happen is that JD Vance is having an affair on Usha Vance with Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, and people are gagged about this because, as we showed yesterday, JD Vance does not like that Usha Vance has a different faith than him. And we know that MAGA will not accept Usha Vance. We've seen the racism in real time on X through Nick Fuentes, who's gaining more and more power within the Republican Party. And it's a real liability for someone like JD Vance. So that's why when we are seeing pictures like this, and I have more detail on that coming up, we know that there is potentially something happening. Now, first, let us just remind you where we are, where JD Vance said that he wishes his wife would change. And he said this in front of thousands of people.
And yes, my wife did not grow up Christian. I think it's fair to say that she grew up in a Hindu family, but not in a particularly religious family in either direction. In fact, when I met my wife, we were both, I would consider myself an agnostic or an atheist, and that's what I think she would have considered herself as well. You know, everybody has to come to their own arrangement here. The way that we've come to our arrangement is she's my best friend. We talk to each other about this stuff. So we decided to raise our kids Christian. Our two oldest kids who go to school, they go to a Christian school. Our 8-year-old did his first communion about a year ago. That's the way that we have come to our arrangement. But thank you. My 8-year-old was also very proud of his first communion. Thank you, guys. I'll tell him that Ole Miss wishes him the best. But I think everybody has to have this own conversation when you're in a marriage. I mean, it's true for friends of mine who are in Protestant and Catholic marriages, friends of mine who are in, atheist and Christian marriages. You just got to talk to, the only advice I can give is you just got to talk to the person that God has put you with, and you've got to make those decisions as a family unit. For us, it works out. Now, most Sundays, Usha will come with me to church. As I've told her, and I've said publicly, and I'll say now in front of 10,000 of my closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that. because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way.
I'll never get over that. That is such an insane thing to say in front of thousands of people. And it really is him trying to separate. It's crazy to do this, but this is what he's doing. He's trying to separate distance between him and his wife. That's what JD Vance is doing for political theater. He's saying, I'm on the right side of all of this. I'm a good Christian like all of you. And my Indian Hindu wife is on the wrong side. It's insane. It's insane. But that's why people are, there's now these pictures I'm going to show you. That's why people are like, whoa, well, there looks like there's something bubbling up. Now, Erica Kirk in that same event earlier said this about JD Vance.
Blessed and honored tonight to be able to introduce to you a very, very dear friend and his wife.
I'm sorry, I'm going to keep going, but I cannot stand this act. It is an act. Now, I believed her. I know you didn't believe her when she cried at the memorial service. I believe that when she said she forgives the shooter. This shit is, to me, so fake. The looking up, wide-eyed, and just humbled by all. Give me a break. Give me a break. Anyways, here, let's keep going.
They are incredible. And I see no one will ever replace my husband. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD. And Vice President JD Vance. I do.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Indian Hindu wife or Erica Kirk, blonde, Christian, trad wife. Interesting. Now, as I said, there was a reporting that said JD Vance slammed for saying he hopes his Hindu wife Usha will join Christianity at Charlie Kirk event. And someone said here, I bet he makes his wife wear an Erica Kirk mask when they dry up on Fridays. People are so creative. Okay. Now, here is what people are talking about, because this is how she dressed that day. Erica Kirk wore tight leather pants, and JD Vance dressed like the couch-loving vice president he is. But look at that hand placement. Look at that hand placement, will ya? Look at this. Look at the way she put her hand onto his head. As someone said here, oof, that would piss me off. Women watching, would this piss you off if your husband was touched like this by another woman? I don't know. I'm not married and I'm gay. I don't know. But I think I can assume that would make some people a little upset. Someone said, his hands on her hips, something is definitely going in here. And another person, and Shannon Watts just said it very clearly. Vance announces divorce, marries Charlie Kirk's widow by the end of 2026. So we have a timeline here. Someone else said most wives would be booting their men out of bed and to the couch for this, but that's not a great option for Usha either, LOL. But again, this feels a little too intimate in my examination of it. And someone else said, I'm not JD Vance and Erica Kirk. I'm not saying JD Vance and Erica Kirk colluded to kill Charlie, but I am saying Usha is toast. Usha is toast. She very well may be. Someone else said, did y'all see how Erica Kirk embraced JD Vance, all caressing in the back of his head and whatnot? Ciao. Yeah. And again, someone said that JD Vance and Erica Kirk said that JD Vance is just like her lost husband. So I think there's some there. You let me know in the comments. More will be revealed. And obviously, that look at this woman.
Please subscribe to. Wait a minute. Look at his wife. Look at JD's wife. Sorry, y'all.
And I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
She looks unhappy.
You reap what you sow, though. And if she didn't like this, she should have maybe.
She used to be an attractive woman when they first got in office as a second woman in office. Look at her now. That's stress. I've been there. That's stress. She's not happy. He's not happy. He smiled when he was with Erica. Erica caressed the back of his head. Honey, that ain't what you do to somebody that's just a friend. He had his hand on her hip. Not just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. And he said she's just a friend. Y'all know what time it is. All right, all right, all right. Hit that like button for me, please. Come on, give me some likes, everybody. Hit the like button, please. Hit that like button. Who just took away my like? Come on, give me some likes now. Don't do me like that. I'm going to read some of y'all comments right quick, okay? Is that all right with you all? And I wasn't going to go live tomorrow, but due to the situation that their snap may be cut off on the 1st tomorrow, I am definitely going to go live because there will be some new updates, breaking news on the 1st. So somebody says, Beast King says, men have to stay in shape 24/7. We cannot look terrible. We have to look good all the time. But sometimes women get a pass when they want to look good. Okay, I can accept that. Ray Watson says, how long since you I was born a female and I had a daughter out of my beautiful flower. So God bless you. India Taylor says, I apologize. I forgot to hit it earlier. No problem. Thank you, Queen. King Carter Jackson says, sorry, but T-Rump sucks. And I agree. D. Wayne Bradshaw says, love your fit. Thank you so much, beautiful King. Thank you, King. Ray Watson says, okay, never mind. King Ray, God bless you. King says, you are hilarious, Queen. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy my show. One old man on the road. Love those skinny leather jeans. Yes, she looks nice in her jeans. She's an attractive woman. Beaners is laughing. King says, wow, Queen Mama. PF says, is that really her or AI? It was actually Erica. Yes, it was. MK Pride says the divorce would be Usher's idea. Honey, it ain't even got to be on paper at this point. In JD Vance's mind, he's divorced. You ain't fixing up. I'm going to tell you something. He has no right to go out and cheat. But she stopped fixing up in a man's eyes and a nature. A hoe going to be a hoe. And a hoe in a Merry Christmas. I just put it that way. That's what JD Vance is. Eve says, I think Erica is not used to being alone and is wanting to rebound as soon as possible. That could be it, Queen. One old man on the road says, Melina for Newsom. Okay. Linda Burgess says, OMG, my gaydar did not activate when I started watching your videos. I don't know what you mean, but I'm born woman. Nothing about me says man. I have a real vagina. I was born with one. I birthed a daughter. She's 30-something years old. So I don't know what you mean. God bless you, Linda. Bridget J914 says, wonder JD Vance was involved in something with, yeah, Kirk's death. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying, Queen. Edward Thornton, what's going on, King? He said, yeah, Erica, Kirk needs to grow at least a couple more legs to be a couch. Well, if you count her arm limbs, then maybe that would be it. King Benny says, I'm done with these fake people. Satan is your, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, Benny. Messiah account, imagine if tax dollars healed people instead of funding loopholes, okay? DJ Callie's, he pointed up, I don't know what that is, but okay, King. Christine Sherman, Jesus said, give all your money away and come follow me. Okay, Queen. Zumbro Clark. Disgusting. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, King. But y'all, I want to thank y'all for coming to my live. Without you, I wouldn't have a channel. Please come back and continue joining me and all these beautiful kings and queens. I will go live tomorrow. I may not go live Sunday. And I wasn't going to go live tomorrow, but it's so much new stuff is happening with this SNAP situation. And now a judge has stepped in and telling them to release the SNAP benefits. So we're going to see what's going to happen, because Donald Trump, he ain't going to fail us with something going on crazy. Hit that like button for me, please, before you leave up out of here. Again, I love each and every last one of you all. May God continue to bless you. Good night.